everybody. Today, hey, we got the Milton Bradley Key to Fun Game of Life. The game of life. Be a loser at the game of life. Because the system of society has made it where life is it's not as easy as the actual game of life. Matter of fact, the game of life is way more easier than real life. And by the way, someone told me to get a life, so I took their advice and I bought 2 lives. I got 2 lives. I'm almost as good as a cat now because I have 2 lives. Now I need 7 more, and I could be a what's new, pussycat? Whoa! What's new, pussycat? Meow! I could be a pussy if I had 7 more. So anyway, we got life. We got the classic original first edition life. And then we got, I think this is second edition, life 2. Good old Milton Bradley, Springfield, Massachusetts. Good old US of A. USA, USA, USA. This is when they had these people on the cover. You had a boy, a girl. Their hair is almost exactly the same. Mom and dad playing life and not teaching them about real life. Because no way is life this simple in real life. Anyway, then in the first one, the original edition, even though this is a reprint of an original version, I actually have I have one of these 1960s first edition original versions myself, somewhere. This is due to the 50th anniversary edition from Winning Moves Games. All they did was basically make a reissue of the original. It says, the game of life. Celebrate the 50th anniversary of the game of life with the wonderful classic edition. Everything you adored about the original it was 1960 something. It was 19 something. No, it wasn't just a different time when we were boys and girls. Not just a different place. It was a different world. Anyway, game will be found inside the authentic game board path and career options, insurance certificates, cars, pigs, people, spinners, buildings, mountains, and more. Play wisely, and you might become a millionaire tycoon. Millionaire tycoon! Which back in the olden days may have been great to be a millionaire. Nowadays, whoo! If you're a millionaire, that just means you're probably in the lower class rich, maybe upper class poor. Maybe. In Millionaire Acres, if life proves tough, don't despair. Just give the wheel a spin and play again. Good fortune is always around the corner. That's life. Actually, real life, bad fortune is always around the corner. I mean, every time you turn around, there's something bad happening. The game of real life. Man, if they made the game of real life, it would sell millions of tickets. Millions of copies. Shoot. Trying to get a job in a game of real life. Even with a college degree. Oh, man. Woo! Still can't find a good job. Now it pays millions of dollars. Man, making y'all pay rent every paycheck. Oh, man. That would be something. Paying money every turn. Oh, man, people would be... if you survive without being without dying in debt, ooh, be a real good job. How it all began. The game of life, one of the world's most beloved games. This is probably a lie, y'all. Let me read it to see how much of a lie it is. And then I will explain why it's a lie. The game of life, one of the world's most beloved games, first came to life In 1959, it was 19 something, when a multi-talented inventor named Reuben Claymore. Man, you knew it was going to be a big hit when it was called Claymore. Yeah, y'all know what a Claymore is? It's like a bomb. Claymore. Paid a visit to the headquarters of the Milton Bradley Crime Company back in the day in Springfield, MA. The art center concept he brought with him that day was not interested in games. That's when he punched him in the face and he said, "You're playing my game or I'm going to beat you up." No, he didn't do that. Anyway, James Shea Jr., the president of the firm. But fortune did shine on Reuben. He was told that Milton Bradley needed a game to commemorate its 100th anniversary. Reuben toured the film's archives and discovered its first notable game, the checkered game of life. The word life electrified Reuben, so on the plane ride back to his home in California, the Hotel California. Yeah. He began sketching a new game based upon a single word with the help of artist Bill Macrum. Reuben completed a prototype for his game, featuring a 3D circuitous track, plastic buildings, mountains, and an appealing spinner. Milton Bradley loved it and told Reuben it was the best idea ever. Submitted for the anniversary. Reuben's experience with plastics came in handy in perfecting the final design, which just looked like their game in this package today. Noted childish TV personality Art Licklander endorsed the game, and in no time, the game of life became a smash hit. Smash hit. And it wasn't even because of Hulk smashing. Today, 50 years later, you can experience a wonderful game as it was through the loving reproduction. Now, after 10 whole minutes, almost, talking about the game, the amazing, awesome, wonderful, super cool game of life, that you can be a winner at the game of life. Damn, stop popping up. Notifications? Anyway, 2 to 6 play. What kind of 2 6. Be a loser at the game of life. And if you ever need the rules to the game of life, they're printed on the box, just like the original game of life. Woohoo! Woohoo! Talking about the rules printed on the game of life, just like in the original. Hey, game of life. Got the white spaces, green spaces, red spaces, and blue. Got the payday, too. We got the share the wealth cards, hey. You're gonna get married, that's a little sexist, hey. Add a baby boy or girl, oh, yay. Moving back a couple space. Revenge toll bridge too. Betting on the wheel, how about you? Got the lucky days and playing the market, hey. Borrowing from the bank if you're out of money. Day of reckoning, hey, he's here. Then you got you millionaire acres. Winning the game, hey. It's simple, be the richest player, yay. So you also have the number board, which works doubles if your kids are bad. You can go. Man, this one sucks. I mean, this should have been made with an actual board, and then if your kids were bad, you could be like, "Damn, this sucks." Don't even make no slap noise. Sucks. Boo! Boo! You need an actual board that you can smack the kids when they break the rules on the game of life with. Yeah, for reals. Then, of course, you got the life, fire, stock certificates, auto insurance, all this cool stuff. Old school. These were actually supposed to have been designed to fold like this, so they would look like actual, contracts and stuff. And they're cool. You got life, be a winner at the game of. You got stocks. You got auto insurance. You got fire and property insurance, which is homeowners insurance. You got it all. Does it protect against zombies, though? That's what I want to know. Zombies. Then, I like how they have these boxes to hold stuff. And someone put them in a Ziploc bag. A Ziploc bag. Check it out. Ziploc bag. You got all the cars and stuff. And the cars. Okay. And you got these special cards. These cards you get to share the wealth cards. So you get to do these. Get to use these various different share the wealth. Share the wealth. Because back in those days, it was fun to share the wealth. Share the wealth, 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 share the wealth. Because sharing is caring. Guess what? You should also share this. And comment and subscribe too. And you know what? You should like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Yeah! Which is going to be double the life. So we got two life games. Don't forget we got to look at the other one too. Because we got 2 life games. Not 1, but 2 lives. So we got 2 sentences to life. Because we're not going to no death row due to all them dang liberals that don't believe in executing criminals for their crimes against humanity and stuff. So in this game you got all this money. Money. You got like $500 bills. I like how if you look at the different amounts on the dollars, these are actual people that I think worked at Hasbro and stuff. Ransom a treasure. And I like how they put different people on there instead of I think the people on there were actual like people who worked at, not the names, but I think the thing. Then you got the $20,000 promissory notes. You got the $50,000 bill. This money is all out of order. You got the $100,000 promissory note bill, demand note. I demand you pay me now. On demand. Like I said, this money is all out of order. You got the $1,000 demand note. Got the $10,000 demand note. How progressive of them, they actually put a female on one of the notes. $20,000 progressive note. Yeah. So, that's pretty cool. How progressive of them. They actually made the game of life where both men and boys and women, boys and girls, could all play the game of life. Well, I've shown you everything in the game of life. This edition. There you go. Oh, y'all want to see the actual board and stuff? No, y'all don't want to see the actual board and stuff. What? You want to actually see the board and stuff? What? Y'all crazy and stuff. Like y'all ain't never played the game of life before. Alright, so in the game of life, you can start with $2,000 in the car. And if you want the auto insurance, you have to pay $500. And see, it's so simple that you only have to do it once. Then you can go either way, you know. And this way is what you do if you go to college. And this way is if you don't go to college. And then, of course, you can only start with this business salary. There's no other jobs and stuff. And then, of course, college, I don't like this, but basically college is essentially free because you have to stop at the red. Every time it's red, you have to stop. So college only costs you $500, so they could just charge you $500. It's kind of dumb. But anyway, the point is, college, it's like you get a $1,000 scholarship and then $1,500 tuition. So that's your major first decision. So college or career, basically. Then you got your first Then, of course, you got going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Like, everybody got married, like, young. Because, like, let's just say, for the sake of argument, you starting at age 18, right? All right, age 18. And every spin is, like, 1 year of your life, right? Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how they did it, what kind of logic they are going with. So college will probably take you about four turns to get through, maybe faster, slower, depending on how smart you are. So yeah, 4 turns, which means if you don't go to college, you probably got a faster track. So right after, like not too far from after you're in college, at least 1 to 2 turns, you're getting married. Like right if you don't start and you forget to, you say screw college and you just go straight, it's like 3 turns from here to there and you're married. You like not even old enough to drink yet, right? And you're already getting married. You're getting married like 21, like or less or 20s. So who are you marrying here? Like your high school sweetheart? Come on. I mean, it's not like you got met online back in the olden days. The only people who can marry are the same people from the same town. Did people get married that early in life back in the day? Comment down below. So then, of course, you have these blue option spaces, which if you land on them, I think the option spaces, you get to see why. See, the reds are always stopped, so you always stop on all the paydays. In future iterations of the game, what they did is they made you just collect a payday, whether you stopped on it or not. Now you have to stop. Blue, you get to choose that option, whether you land on it or not. I think that's how that works. Anyway, so they got some pretty cool options. And I do recommend you buy the life insurance and the fire insurance and whatnot because they're good deals. So then you're going around life, I don't think there's any other way to ever get paid more in the game. It's not like you can ever get a raise, so it's realistic that way. You go around, various different things happen to you. You got the revenge spaces. Then you finally got the option here, split to go 2 different ways. This one lets you play the market. This one doesn't. That's basically the only difference. I think one allows you to get more kids. The other one allows you to possibly make more money. So it's your decision. The family path or the money path. Anyway, then you keep going around, go up and down the mountains. And, various different things happen to you in the game of life. Good things, bad things, crazy things. Oh man, you gotta pay income tax. They finally got you. See, oh gosh, this thing has spots where it says pay income tax. Pay half your payday to income tax. Pay a fourth of half of your payday. Oh my gosh. Wow. They even got things like interest due. So that's if you have loans on your loans, you got to start paying the interest on those. And then here's another spot where you get 2 different options. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Then you got this little corporate building. Various different things can happen to you. I like how they got some interesting things that happen to you, and some not so, some cool things, some not cool things. I like some of the spots where they say you if you looked over here, there's some spots where it said you inherited stuff, but you paid money to get rid of it because you didn't want it. So that's kind of funny. Then you go over the first bridge. Now this is the toll bridge. Anybody else who if someone passes the toll bridge first, they get to collect like money from everybody else who goes across the bridge. That was interesting thing they added. And then finally, you can either go to the poor farm, or you can try to go for the millionaire acres. But there's nothing in here that says you can keep going through millionaire acres if you don't. Yeah, I don't get it. There's like no rule that says once you stop here, like like if you don't have $1 million in your monies, you shouldn't be allowed to go on the millionaire acres. That's just how I think. So anyway, that's the game of life. 20 minutes long video, but wait, there's more. Shh. More? You say more? Did you say, do you want to know more? Did you say more? Yes, I said more. Because we are doing a special double the life game video. But why? Because we can. 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 Stop asking why. It's not for you to ask why, but to do or die. Golly, these things don't fit. So anyway, that was basically the original first edition game of life. Now we get to look at the, I think this is the second, maybe third, I don't remember. This is another edition of life, which you can also be a loser at. A winner. A loser. A loser. A winner. A winner. Be a loser at the game of life. Be a loser at the game of life. You losers. So, again, whoa. Stop trying to fall, phone. Damn. Just because my hand is in your way or something, you always want to fall. So, anyway, this game of life, like I said, I think this is the second edition of it. But again, it has the rules right there. You got the awesome rules. You know, everybody wants rules. There's rules to playing life? Yeah. The start, playing the game, paydays, share the wealth cards, getting married, moving back, revenge, toll bridge, betting on the wheel, lucky days, playing the market, borrowing from the bank, day of reckoning, millionaire, winning the game. So it's all there. All there. So as you can see, this game has some of the same. Dude, blasted. It has a lot of the same components, and they cheaped out on us by not. It looks like it was owned by Elizabeth Harlan. Anyway, they cheaped out on us by not giving us boxes to put all this money, and other stuff in. So they brightened the board up a little bit. The money is pretty much the same, and it's going all over the place. Money. Some people got to have it. Some people got too much of it. Some people really need it. Money. So, of course, you got the money. You got the cars. You got $20,000 promissory notes. They reduced the stock certificates. It's still the same pictures, same images on the cards. You get the automobile insurance. Same pictures. And all the money. Share the wealth cards are now in white. A lot of stuff is the same. I think they just updated the board, that's all. Oh, there's the auto insurance. Can't find fire insurance. This money's on fire. Man, if they would pass a law that said play money was real money, I would be really, really rich. I think they got rid of the homeowners insurance. I think they also got rid of this. They changed some stuff. They didn't change much. Somebody, for some reason, decided we needed a pencil in the game of life. I don't know why. Tell me why they decided, hey, we needed a pencil, yay. I mean, could they not count? Oh, there's the fire insurance policy. So, again, with all this money. For some reason, somebody got some Monopoly money up in here. Up in here, y'all better make me lose my mind. Up in here, y'all better make me go insane. Up in here, y'all better make me lose my mind. So for some reason, an unknown reason, somebody put some Monopoly money in the game of life. I mean, that's not even the same company. This is Parker Brothers. This is Milton Bradley. They're not even the same size. What the heck? Man, if I ever went sliding through the Sliders universe, I would just bring a whole bunch of fake money. Because their money might not look like our money, and what are they going to do? Get mad? I'm fixing to slide out of there. Yeah. What are they going to do? Get mad? What you going to do? Act a fool. And them Sliders always get in trouble on Sliders. Anyway, I've been watching Sliders, so I thought I would just share some. There's the board, which I will show you in a minute. Man, this video is going to be like 30-something minutes long. It's going to be almost as long as the other video I just did. Golly, this money. So I'm just putting all this money in this bag. It's in the bag! Man, y'all want some money? Man, I'll give you some money. Man, I'll sell you this money. Cheap. Man, only $1 a bill. Y'all want $500 bills? I'll sell you $500 bills. $1,000 bills, $10,000 bills. Man, y'all want some money? Come on, buy some. So we got these Share the Wealth cards, which pretty much the same as the other game. The first one's Share the Wealth cards. So we fix and look at the board and see if the, what's different, what's the same. Most of the stuff's the same. The rules look pretty much the same. Life is like the only game you can play solo. You really don't need other players to play Life. It's not the only game you can play solo, but it's like the original solo game because you really don't need any friends to play the game of Life. You can be Mr. Lonely. I'm so lonely. You see me? Come on, man. Look here, man. Sing. But you really ain't lonely if you're playing a game by yourself. That just means you're exceptionally genius. Because you know how to play a game that was designed to play with multiple players by yourself. That's not loneliness. That's genius. That's small. Be small. Be a genius at the game of life. Mr. Lonely. Shush about to being lonely. Oh my gosh. Besides, if I had a girl, all I'd be doing is making her play games with me. And we would film ourselves playing the games, because I would have me one hot mama. And we could do videos of me playing with hot, sexy girl. That would be my girl. My girl, talking about my girl, my girl. And that's why the robotic AI age is going to rule, because men just want a girl that does what she's told, that we own. We have property rights over. Well, we don't want these modern feminist women. They want us to do everything for them, and they don't do nothing for us. What they be bringing to the table, at least with these AI robotic girls, they be bringing shit to the table. For real. Like food that they learned, that they were programmed to cook. And other various different things that they were programmed. I mean, a lot cheaper than a Wonder Woman, right? For sure. Anyway, so the board's a little different because, you know, the color schemes and everything. But, which is, you know, which is cool. The red spaces are still the same as the stop spaces. But now I think they've made it where you don't have to stop. Unless it actually says stop, you don't actually have to stop now. But I do believe you still collect the payday. Okay. So first up, like in any game of life, you always make that stupid decision of whether to waste your time in beer, babes, and trying to gain a little bit of knowledge in college, or just go on a career path. And like I said, why do they have the people get married so young? And where is, like, the get divorced space? Is there any divorce space? Because, you know, like, just saying, there should be a divorce space because, like, somewhere halfway around the board you're going, your woman's like, I'm tired of you, and she's divorcing you because 80% of divorces are filed, 80% of divorces are filed by women. So, yeah, there's got to be a divorce space. Or did people just not get divorced back in the day? I mean, seriously. What? No fault divorce didn't happen? And look, I mean, how fast are you traveling here? Like 9. Boom. You're almost halfway done with college. Golly. Or you're already getting married and hitched. And where is the version of life where marriage is an option? Can't that be like the single edition? Like, that would be more realistic to nowadays. Like, the option to get married, and then there's like divorce somewhere in the option, the marriage option. Like, there's like a space where you could get divorced or something. Get married, get divorced, instantly lose half your money, half your cash. That would be like so realistic. Like, where's the realistic edition of life? For real. The real life. Where's the real life edition of the game of life? I'm surprised someone hasn't made one yet. So this is your first option to go 2 different places. This game of life, the problem with this game of life is, let's see, what's the difference? Here, you start here with $2,500 and a car. If you want car insurance, pay $500. The difference is the business salary is $6,000 and the university salary is $8,000. So I think the salaries are a little higher, but not much. It's like inflation didn't do nothing. It's like $1,000 more or something. That's kind of sucky. So then you go around, and you go around. You go up your second mountain. Oh yeah, there's the buy house space. But it's not a stop. Like in the future editions of life, they made it a stop place. Plus they made where you got to pick careers and stuff. Oh, whoops. I was over here. So we're going to go back around. So this is your next area where you get to choose which path you want to go. And who's that? They must have been having a lot of kids back in the olden days, because whenever you play the game of life, it's like like, is there a way to play the game of life where you don't have any children at all? Because, like, every time I play the game of life, I like have a car full and then some of kids, because it's like so many spaces on the board to have a kid, twins, adopted kid, baby boy, baby girl. Like, are people breeding like rabbits in the game of life? Come on, jeez. I mean, seriously. Do y'all like my commentary? Comment down below. And then you got the toll bridge again. Kind of looks like we should be going this way now. We're looking this way now. And then, of course, you have to stop at the day of reckoning. The day of reckoning. Man, where's the option to actually die in the game of life? Shouldn't life go on until you die? In this game, it just goes on until you, like, retire. So what do you do after you retire? Do you do anything? You can retire and be bankrupt in the country and become a philosopher, or you can try to go and you retire as a millionaire and retire in style. Man, $1 million it wouldn't even last you much of would not $1 million would not last you the rest of your life. Oh my gosh, you would not be able to retire in style on $1 million nowadays. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, you could like. What was this? This is like, seriously, work hard all your life for the same pay all your life. Maybe make some good investments. Investments. Yeah, investments. Yeah, investments. Maybe make some good investments. Investments. Oh yeah, those. Anyway, maybe make some good investments. And then, like, retire as a millionaire and you're happy. Or you retire as a broke joke out in the country and become, like, a philosopher and junk. What the heck are they trying to imply? That you should just work for a greedy corporation your whole entire life? Make babies and just, like, rabbits? And everything's going to go fine, hunky-dory, happy-go-lucky? What the heck? What are we trying to indoctrinate our kids with in this game? It's so unrealistic that it ain't even funny. I mean, the game of life. I mean, the game of unrealistic expectations. Like you're going to work for the same company for their whole entire life. Just, what is life about? Making money? Because that seems like that's all we're trying to teach our kids when we try to get them to play the game of life. It's nothing but make money, work for a company, get married, have kids. Is that all life is? I mean, is that it? That's all it is to it, the game of life? I mean, seriously. Is there nothing else? Like, nothing? You just soberly move, spin the spinner, roll, move, go, land on a space, and it arbitrarily tells you if you have to pay money, spend money, make extra money. And life's only about making money and making good investments? Seriously, what is this? What are we indoctrinating our kids to believe when we're teaching them to play the game of life? We're indoctrinating them to get a job, work there, be a cog in the machine. Never do anything differently. Just make babies, have kids, get married young, make money. That's the game of life. I think they use the game of life to try to convince people in general that working all their life is what life is actually all about. Work, work, work for low pay, have kids, do a few cool things in your life, and nothing. Is that what life was about in the 1950s and 60s? This is life? This is what people thought was life. Anyway, the real life is the life you should live with Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Make Him the Lord of your life today. And remember, God is good all the time, all the time. God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, do something with your life, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the like button, hype the video, and become a member of the channel. See, so now I have 2 lives. Actually, I got some more lives, but I thought I would just be like, make a funny joke with the, someone told me to get a life. I go, well, I got one. Now I got 2. Anyway, have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, 40 minutes long of, yeah. Y'all probably didn't even want, anybody who's watched this long, y'all are awesome. Y'all are the awesomest people ever. Everybody else, fun fact, put it on double speed. You can watch the video in half the time. Yeah. Still get to watch the whole entire video. And on top of all that, you save half your life of watching it. And on top of that, I still get the revenue and stuff for y'all watching at least 20 minutes of it. Duration. Anyway, later. Stay tuned for the next video. Since I did a Milton Bradley game, I'm going to do a Parker Brothers one, which y'all probably didn't even come long enough to see this one. That I'm fixing to do it in the next video. Later.